The Legends Cricket Trophy 2024 has taken off with a bang. A glittering opening ceremony introduced a stunning 90-ball format, which has been a hit amongst the legends. Some of the biggest names of the game are in action, with the tournament already seeing dominant performances and close finishes. It's match day 3, with the Punjab Royals playing their first game against the Rajasthan Kings, who won their first yesterday. Yes, nestled amongst the mountains in the centre part of Sri Lanka, in Kandy, Pallekele, match 4 for the Legends Cricket Trophy. Coming to you live from the wonderful Pallekele International Cricket Stadium. Punjab Royal, Rajasthan Kings. They're the teams fighting it out in a match that will be 180 balls. It's scheduled, it's 90 balls per innings. That's 15 overs, so it's just a little truncated as far as the players who are having to recalibrate how they go about their innings and how bowlers bowl. So it's 15 overs, 90 balls per innings in this tournament. At the toss, I was at the middle with the two captains, Tillakaratne Dilshan and Robin Uthappa. And Robin Uthappa won the toss, and he said, we'll have a bat again, because that's what he did yesterday and rattled up 176. So this is the Punjab Royal and the Rajasthan Kings. What do you think of these teams?
Fantastic, isn't it? Look at those names, Alan. Punjab Royals, well, amazing. Tillakaratne Dilshan, Namanoja, Phil Mustard. Well, that's a name to watch. Then Cameron White, Rahat Ali, and look at the Kings. They know what they need to do.
They do, because Uthappa, Pereira and Ashley Nurse, Hamilton Masakata got runs in that first match that they played. But for the Punjab Royal, Miguel Cummings and Javon Sills, the West Indians there. Kings won the toss and they chose to bat.
Alan, you were out there in the centre. What do you feel of the wicket? How do you feel it? Any idea of runs on the board?
Well, I just think it looks another pristine surface.
Okay, there you go. This is the surface. Alan, you were out there and you can see how it looks like.
Yeah, it's pristine. It's got a little covering of grass, some tufty grass, which they may help the spinners a little bit, but not an awful lot. I think the whole grounds, the whole block here in Pallekele is a wonderful block for cricket. And the word I've used is that the batters we've seen, Uthappa, Masakadza, these guys, they trust the pitch, they trust its surface, they trust the bounce. So we hope a few more come in to watch, because we've got a whole array of stars here, and one of them is Hamilton Masakadza, former Zimbabwe captain, and we heard from him. He's with HT Ackerman a little earlier.
Hamilton, firstly, very well played yesterday, rolling back the years. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I did. Just good to get out in the middle and get a few out of the middle. So yeah, it was good fun yesterday, getting off to a winning start.
We're all a little bit intrigued about what preparation looks like for the players. What was yours like leading up to this tournament?
Oh, that's a big one. Just maybe a couple of nits, and then yeah, a little bit of work on the body. I think that's the most important thing. I think in leagues like this, you just have to get the body right, and hopefully you pull through for the whole tournament, and that's basically what preparation is based on.
Tell us a little bit about what happens behind the scenes in the dressing rooms back at the hotel, playing with players that you've played against so often.
Yeah, it's good fun meeting up with old friends and foes alike. I think that's what makes these tournaments special. We get to rekindle and reignite some of those old relationships, make even new ones. So that's always the best part about tournaments like this. We get to really, like you said, play against and with people that we didn't really get to interact with as much as we were playing in our actual careers.
Hamilton, thanks for your time, and may the form continue.
Cheers, HT, cheers.
Yeah, Hamilton Masakadza from Zimbabwe brings a certain brand to the cricket, and I like the word he used there, rekindle. You rekindle friendships that you've made in the game, and you rekindle your connection with the game of cricket. The Dubai Giants, the Colombo Lions, and Punjab Royal, today against Rajasthan Kings, and we've got the Kandy Samp Army as well, the Delhi Devils as well. So we really are covering a lot of geography in the globe. Meanwhile, let's hear from one of the visiting Australians who've come here to make their presence felt, Cameron White, once again with HD Ackerman.
Cameron, firstly, welcome to Sri Lanka. You got in just a couple of days ago. What does preparation look like for you coming into this tournament?
Well, it's an interesting one. I guess first of all you find out whether you're coming or not, and then usually it's pretty late notice. So then you've got to cram a bit of practice into a few days, which is okay. Summer back in Melbourne in Australia, so plenty of facilities around town to have a bit of a bat and a bowl. So yeah. Condensed is the word.
What are you looking forward to most about playing here today?
I think most of the biggest point is, you know, just catching up with people that you played with and against over the years, and obviously just getting back into some competitive cricket. Some people like myself haven't played for a little while, others are still playing in various leagues around the world. So yeah, getting back out there and, you know, seeing if you've still got it, I guess.
You're an experienced player. You've played in all the different formats. This is a new one, just 90 balls. Do you see a different way to play in 90 ball cricket, to say 20 overs and 10 overs?
You know, maybe 90 is a little bit more straightforward, not as many decisions as you know, a 20-20 game. So hopefully it takes out that little period where you maybe have to bat a little bit more, and there's just and everyone would like to see some more boundaries and 4s and 6s. So hopefully someone in our team can provide that today.
All right, Cameron, thanks for your time.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, it's good to see. There are two interviews there. Hamilton Mazakadze from Zimbabwe and Cameron White from Australia, and we've got a whole clutch of players from various islands in the West Indies, and they've all assembled here in Kandy. Robin Uthappa from India, whose innings yesterday was absolutely wonderful to watch. He was in sublime form, and he'll be looking to continue that rich vein of form. Kirk Edwards from West Indies as well. Looks a good pitch, Kosala. It looks a good pitch, and also that boundary on that one side is very close. The imposing scoreboard here, I just can't take my eyes off it. It's huge. It looms large. So you don't want your bowling figures on there if they're that bad, but you want your batting numbers on there if they're good.
They're playing on a different pitch today, Alan, and one side is 67 yards, the others all 70 in equal, so not much of a difference. But as you said, that's the area that the batters will be looking at and targeting to make him. As Robin Uthappa, you all know what a good player he's all around the wicket. Let's see whether he can get that same start that he got the Kings in that previous game. They won the toss and they've elected to bat first, so they have ideas that they need to make sure that they get a decent score on board. And on the other hand, the Punjab Royals will be looking to try and see the back of Uthappa very early.
No S. Gareth, Gilgurath, no S. No S. This one. So, Gaurav Kakir. Right, Robin Uthappa. He's decided to have a bat. His side was put in yesterday, and he teed off with some wonderful strokes. So here we go, Robin Uthappa. Already a little bit of swing. Javon Searles from Barbados, 37 years of age. Been watching him over the years, playing in the Caribbean Premier League, the CPL. He gets the ball to swing.
Yeah, definitely we saw a little bit of swing earlier on. But look, very interested with this field. The two men that he can keep out. We've got a deep square and a deep third man. And the other men on the offside. He's got 4 on the offside. So let's see what Edwards. I'm sure that they played a lot of cricket together, Edwards and Seal.
So that near side boundary is on that leg side now for the right-handers. Leg side. Good shape. Good shape. Orthodox field on that offside. 4 in a ring, saving the 1. You have to have 2 fielders out in the first 4 overs, so we've got a 3rd man. This is a nice shape.
Beautifully done. A little bit of late movement, and it was almost followed that.
Bowled just short of a length. Oh, run out is there. Ooh, it's close, close. Cameron White, the fielder at point. He needed the keeper to come up.
There you go. It was off early, but Cameron White was into that quickly.
Naman Ojha, former India cricketer, is keeping wicket for the Royal, Punjab Royal. Now, if you think we're saying it incorrectly, I can tell you that there is no S. Bowled, really well bowled. Good swing here from Javon Searles.
I like that shape he's getting, Alan. The movement coming in from the air and then dipping in and taking it away from the right-hander. He's not trying to bowl at extra space. He knows his limitations.
At 37 years of age in this heat, I think he's worked out the swing is more productive than pace. Now, Uthappa is probably the shot of his innings yesterday was over extra. Lofted 6. He's tried to play it, didn't get quite all of it, so it's gone out to deep point. But that's one of his go-to shots, a landmark shot for Robin Uthappa is over that offside.
And I'm sure that Dilshan knows that. He straight away got that extra cover placed for Uthappa and covering that area. So last ball, let's see whether he can finish off well. It's been a good start by the Royal.
It's a good over. You love to start with an over like that. 3 from the first.
Boy. Still got it.
Javon Searles with a good start for the Punjab Royal. It's another very hot day here today. Match 4 of the Legends Cricket Trophy. Tillakaratne Dilshan, skipper of the Royal, the Punjab Royal, with Naman Ojha, Phil Mustard, Anton Devcic, the Kiwi, Dwayne Smith, West Indies. There's some pretty decent bowling to come here. Javon Searles, Miguel Cummings, Rahat Ali, left arm pace, and here he is. Here's Rahat Ali from Pakistan. He bounces in on his toes and he bowls with a very good front leg pivot, and he does swing the ball. He's a genuine in-swinger. So Robin Uthappa will be aware that the ball will swing back into his pads. Picks it up off his hip. What a good shot this is. Robin Uthappa.
He looked very comfortable doing that, isn't it? Just a pickup shot. Rather a loosener for Rahat Ali, and Uthappa was very quickly onto that. Look at that pickup shot. He knew exactly where he wanted to put that one away. A boundary to Uthappa.
He's worked out that it's pitched outside leg stump. There's no chance of an LBW. It's bouncing too high. Rahat Ali's tall. He's played a lot of PSL cricket, and he'll know immediately he's going to have to bowl a little bit fuller and get towards that off stump. A little bit like that. Better from the left armour.
And good cricket from Uthappa as well. Pushing for the single. The boundary coming in the first ball. So they were quite happy with how things are going. So Rahat Ali will need to get into a good line, good rhythm. Make sure they curtail the Rajasthan Kings. We all know what scoreboard pressure can tell, even for these legends.
Yes, and they have to work it out because it's 90 balls. Oh, Rahat Ali, brilliant! What a fantastic piece of work, Rahat Ali. A pick up, a swivel and a throw, bullseye.
Brilliant work from Rahat Ali. Definitely not easy. He's a very tall lad, Alan, and the way he got down on that, take a look at this. Edwards driving, good bit of fielding off his own bowling, and that turn around and throw, it's not easy, I'll tell you. It's not easy to do that.
Outstanding work from Pakistan's Rahat Ali. Kirk Edwards realizing that he's stepped out of his ground and a step too far for the West Indian. He's gone for 1 from 6, 8 for 1. Where's he from? Yeah. Which part? Do you know? Bowled, and the new bat is Robin Bist from Delhi, India. And really superb piece of fielding by Rahat Ali. Kirk Edwards felt he had middled it. So we've got Robin Bist who's in, and Rajasthan Kings 8 for 1.
This has been a good start from Rahat Ali, but he's up against Uthappa now. A Bist.
The one other attribute that Rahat Ali has is that he's so tall, and he gets swing, and when he swings it from this height, he's a real proposition, which makes his fielding even better, because he had to come through in his follow through. Here's Kirk Edwards, he reckons he's hit that well enough. A swivel, a full turn, and a shy at the stump. Absolutely superb.
This is good stuff, very good stuff from Rahat Ali. Not allowing the batters to really get on top. It's the end of the second over. It's 8 for 1.
Rajasthan Kings in the mountains, and couldn't be a better place to watch cricket. Struck and not well enough, should be gone. Oh dear, that's the skipper, Tillakaratne Dilshan. Oh dear, skipper, it's a long journey from Melbourne. He was underneath that for an age. Javon Searles should have had his man, and it's Uthappa.
But he got it covered at a point and then just popped out. How costly can that miss be?
Well, Uthappa will make them pay.
Come on!
He's determined to give the Royal side another bite of the cherry, a little bit of catching practice.
No.
You can see how Robin Uthappa is in a frame of mind where he just wants to play a shot of ball.
And trying to go aerial, not really getting the distance. Always kept the field line play there. But that's how he plays, isn't it? A little bit dangerous.
He's been a superb player over the years for the IPL franchises he's played for. He's been an absolutely crucial component at the top of the order, and he keeps wicket. So Javon Searles wants a little change here. He's bowling so well. Oh, that's gone over the top of off stump. That was premeditated by Uthappa.
Well, he wants to get on with every ball, isn't it? He wants to run off every ball. He wants to make... Take a look at that again. As I said, premeditated and trying to work that over the fine leg fielder who's inside the circle. Luck on both the bowler and the batter.
Shot. There's a deep backward square. Oh dear.
One good thing that the Punjab Royal have done is they've got their fielders in their correct place against Uthappa. He's not been really able to get it into those gaps.
It's got it through. That looks like Dwayne Smith in that extra cover position. So the pitch looks good, but you can see how Robin Uthappa's frame of mind is to play as he did in the first match yesterday. I think that pitch was slightly better, had a bit more pace than this one.
And also the length that the Punjab bowlers have been bowling has been pretty good.
Great shot, really crisp, and an elegantly placed six over deep mid-wicket from Uthappa. 20 for 1 from 3.
There you go. This is Robin Uthappa for you. Right in the slot. Thank you very much, says Robin Uthappa, and over mid-wicket she goes.
Twenty for 1. Rahat Ali has been good. He's been nagging. He's bowled that tight line on that off stump. Hello, HD.
Roshan. Yeah, again, a decent surface here for batting. That's it. That's what they're playing for. For some fun, for some pride, for some memories, and for that trophy.
So pissed on strike. Rahat Ali he's been bowling that in-between length. He was put away by Uthappa in the first over. Since then, that's off the body. That's off the body. They might allow it. Yep, they're allowing it. It's called a leg bye. Was he taking evasive action, or was he just trying to leave it? Well, not sure he was playing a stroke anyway.
A bit of a 50-50 call, isn't it? I mean, it might be considered evasive action.
Let's remind you about the playing conditions of this tournament. And don't forget, it's a 90-ball tournament. And it is... Little chip in there. Might beat mid-on. It does. They'll come back for 2. So great innovations this tournament. 90 balls. The power play, just 4 overs. Then they also got the strategic timeout after 8 overs. That's what we're talking about. 90 balls. Now it has to be bowled in an hour and 10 minutes. 4 minutes and 30 seconds the max. Well, teams must use 5 bowlers. 1 bowler can be nominated to bowl 4 overs. And that has to be done by the 60th ball. There is also a batting power play that could be taken after the 60th ball. Well bowled. Rahat Ali has been good. He's been on the money. Right, so there is a strategic timeout of 30 seconds. That's at the end of 8 overs of 48 balls. The bowling power play, 1 to 24 balls, that's 4 overs. And the interesting thing is that the captain must declare the bowler who he will nominate to bowl 4 overs at least by the 60th ball or the 10th over. So very innovative, the 90 ball concept of the LCT. That's a wide. That's a wide. He was going really wide that time.
Do you think they've got a direct line to us? Because I think you just said that Rahat Ali has been very impressive, and then he runs in and bowls that delivery. But he has, you're 100% right, he has been impressive. He's got the ball to just swing a little bit back in towards the right-hander. I think what Robin Uthappa was indicating there to the umpire was he thought it might have been a no ball. Because if the ball doesn't hit the playing strip, if it's that wide, then it's a no ball and a free hit.
As you made the point a little while earlier, not during commentary, but at the top of the show, where when somebody's in and playing league cricket, they look so different, playing amongst the legends. And Robin Uthappa looks so different, the way he's moving, his shots, his timing. He just looks a cut above the rest.
Yeah, I actually remember there was a period when there was a few players, I think of Matthew Hayden, I think of Adam Gilchrist, who retired from the game, but they continued to play IPL. And they really struggled in that. They really struggled. And that'll be a leg by as well. So, end of the 4th over, 25 for 1.
Right, that's the confirmation. Umpire Hemanta Buteju confirming that that's the power play done. Well, I can tell you that Rajasthan Kings haven't been as dominant as yesterday. They're off to a fly, but just 25 for 1. Robin Uthappa 20 of 13. Bist has been struggling, 1 of 6. We're going to see Cummings, Miguel Cummings. Just 33 years, 14 tests and 11 ODIs for the West Indies. Interesting field he's got. He's got a short fine, short third and a short backward point. Oh, that hit his left hand. It was hit really hard.
This could have so easily been the end of Miguel Cummins' tournament. Because this is hit back firmly. He extends a hand. That can easily just break a finger or fracture a wrist. But the good news is that there were smiles all around and there was a little high five between batter and bowler. So everyone's okay.
So just talking about that high five, that's the camaraderie we've seen. It's fantastic, isn't it? I mean, you spoke to some of the players, I did. They speak about the experience of playing together and playing against each other. It must be a fantastic feeling. Someone knows someone. Everyone knows everyone. Down to cover.
Yeah, look, it's a very different environment, little misfield, so they'll get through for 2. Dwayne Smith. It's a different environment, you know, that doesn't quite have that pressure that an international match carries because of obviously media and the public following it, the amount of public follow, because there is media following this and there's public following this, but the players just don't feel that same pressure. So there's more smiles on the face, there's more of a relaxed atmosphere. However, has he got this? He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. He's going to get taken. That's a very fine catch in the deep from Seals.
Excellent catch, well over his head. Well, Bist had to go. He was struggling, 3 of 8. He needed to move on. And this was just back of a length. He was looking to go over the top, hitting it on the up. Take a look at this catch. Very good catch by Seals. That's not an easy one. Over his head, and did well. So wicket number 2 of Rajasthan Kings. Bist goes for 3. They're 28 for 2. Right, now the 2 batters who really got together yesterday in that opening game, Hamilton Masakadza joining Robin Uthappa. Now we might have some fun here. They both seem to be in very good touch. Look at that strike rate of Masakadza. Very nearly 130, a best of 162 not out. Just take a look at this catch. Masakadza's there because this was an excellent catch by Seals at long off. Straight away on the money.
Well done, very well done here, Captain, skipper. Skip.
28 for 2. Now 29 balls have been used up by the Rajasthan Kings, so they are behind a runner ball score. So very, very different here. Punjab Royals. They'll get a single this time. 5 done. Or 30 balls done, 29 for 2. Well, Robin Uthappa has been the dominant factor. 21 of 14 of a score of 29 for 2 for Rajasthan Kings. We're going to have some left-arm spin for Mupul Indrasiri. He's a very experienced left-arm spinner, has played a lot of domestic cricket in Sri Lanka, lots of first-class cricket, over 500 wickets in first-class cricket in Sri Lanka. Hasn't really played for the country, hasn't had representative honours, but he can be canny. Doesn't really spin the ball much as well. He tends to slide on, but there is so much of variety up his sleeve.
He might be the only player here in this competition that's never played this shortened version of the game. Has he played T20 cricket? He's played T20 cricket. 509 first-class wickets.
He's got a long career, long first-class career. He's been playing for a good 18 to 20 years. He's played domestic T20. So he's played 32 T20 games with 30 wickets.
Yeah.
He's your age, Rosh? 41?
Yeah. He's about a month younger than me. See, that's what he does well. He tends to go wide of the crease. Seen him bowl a lot. Tends to fire the ball in. doesn't really give the batter too much of room or width. His economy in his T20 career, which is domestic, is just 7. But this is a completely different kind of contest. This is high and it is 6. Robin Uthappa timing it well and planting it over long off.
Wow. What a shot this is. I mean, it's not under Uthappa's nose, but he just waits and waits, and he hits it actually on the rise. And for a moment, Cameron White thinks that he's in the game at long off, and then realizes it's gone.
Oh, asking for a stumping. I don't think he left the crease, though the umpire is checking. That was fired in by Indusiri, that slid in or came into the right-hander. Are we talking over or Gaurav? So let's first see whether the no ball's fine.
Okay, it's a fair delivery.
That's fine. That's a fair delivery. Right, it's the next frame that will tell you. That's the crucial frame here. Oh, he managed to pull it back. He did manage to pull it back, Robin Uthappa.
He might not play the next game because those groins might have been torn trying to stretch to get back, but that'll be deemed not out.
You've got to be careful. You've got to watch. That was a quick stretch. But Robin Uthappa seems to be quite fit here. Doesn't seem to be too concerned about it. He's ready for the next ball. Just attempted that reverse sweep after that 6. Another one. Another 6. Well, he is very, very strong in those areas. Over mid-wicket or over long off. He loves it. 44 for 2. It's a beautiful part of Sri Lanka. This is somewhere around the Central Hills, the Mahaveli River that flows through the Central Hills. Cummins continues. Again gets that ball into the right hand at that angle, back into the right-handed batter.
Well, this is what Mazakatsa did yesterday. He just walked in and he just knocked it around, and I think he was around about 21 of 20 balls going at a runner ball, and then once Uthappa got out, then Mazakatsa accelerated, but he was quite happy to just give Robin Uthappa the strike yesterday, and it paid dividends.
Uthappa the man at the moment, 34 of 18. Oh, clever, very clever. He had the great presence of mind to know where his fielders were, and he was just offline and worked it well.
Cummins has taken no pace off the ball throughout his brief spell. There's enough pace there again to work with. Yes, fine legs up in the circle, but you need pace to be able to play these sort of strokes. Skillful player, this man. And he's in such good form. Looks like he's walked just out of the international arena onto this field.
Yeah, he looks to be in that kind of form. He's just taking the bowlers on, he's picking his spots. And now the fine leg goes down to the boundary. Square leg comes in. The rest of the field almost, it remains the same. Long off, he's been pushed back. So now the arms keep waving. Dilshan still wants another change. Square leg goes down to the boundary again. Long off comes in. So deep mid-wicket on the boundary as well. Short third. His areas have been mid-wicket. Long off.
Okay, sorry.
This time straight to the man at mid-off. But he's been not exactly 360, but he loves extra cover to mid-wicket. He tends to work it behind square leg as well.
There's not a lot of protection on the offside, just the sweeper down at cover. So Cummins has got to be a little bit careful here. He doesn't want to be wide of the stumps. He almost wants to be at the stumps, or he's got to take pace off the ball, but it's a short hit away to Uthappa's leg side.
He'll be looking to that area. This time it's going to fall short of the man coming in from mid-wicket. That's the shorter boundary. The 50 is up for the Rajasthan Kings, but Robin Uthappa had the right idea. He was looking for that mid-wicket gap.
He just gets cramped a little bit for room here. So he's not able to free those arms. The ball just nips back into him as he's coming down the surface.
Turning out to be a good over so far. 4 deliveries, just 6 runs. Knocking it into gaps. He wants 2 here, but he'll be happy with 1, I think. No, they're coming for 2. This is good running. Really good running. For a moment, I thought they'll be happy with a single. But a real intense scene here.
This is all about Robin Uthappa. He's the one, he just trundles, and then when he touches and has a little look, he realizes, well, hang on, I can get 2 here. I mean, it's not running that you want to pass on down the years to young cricketers, because they didn't run the first one hard. But he did manage to get through for 2.
Last ball of the over. Big one. Massive one, in fact. It's gone all the way for 6. Great way to end the over. 14 runs of it, 58 for 2.
Nine runs in the last 2 overs. Absolute carnage out there in the centre. The skipper has moved on to 39 of 21, and this was a massive shot from Mazakatsa. This time, just finding his stride. As H.D. Ackerman mentioned, he's got himself in. Got himself in, has Mazakatsa. Now he's starting to open up those broad shoulders, and that's his first maximum. His strike rate impressive. The skipper Uthappa, 185 strike rate as well. Dwayne Smith, West Indian, comes in. We've seen plenty West Indians so far in this bowling attack. Searles, Cummins, and now Smith, better known for his destructive batting as well. Kasala, welcome.
But John, he also was very handy with the ball. Like, so he used to use the new ball a little bit in the white ball format, and used to get that little bit swing. Let's see what he can do here today.
It's a friendly full toss with a keep up to the stumps. White heard a little bit from him earlier on, fielding that delivery. The youngest ever captain of Victoria, 20 years old. Out of in their history. Internationally, he's won the Champions Trophy as well over the years with Australia. Hit firmly, just missing the stumps this time, and Cam White again. He's been busy down here.
I was just about to say that the ball keeps following Cameron White wherever he's going. And in his interview, he said that he's not played much cricket recently.
See how he strikes it a bit later on, then we'll know for sure. Could have had a couple of good throwdowns in the practice leading up to this game. There's a big shot. Another one. The skipper is launching them here this afternoon.
So there you go. You just can't bowl it in that length against Robin Uthappa. He just will murder you any day. Just gets underneath that, and look at the sweet sound of that bat. It always was going way over the fielders. Well, that catch that they missed is proving costly.
He's tried to get this one further on the leg side. Didn't quite get all of it. but of the players we've seen on display so far in the past couple of days, he has timed it by far the best of them all, with his innings of 70 in the first game. We've spoken so much about it, but that really got them marching on to that first win. Oh, he's trying a bit of a scoop of his own. Yeah, we've got the Dill scoop on display here, so hopefully today we're looking forward to that.
But definitely that is not the Dill scoop, John, but he was trying to do some scoop.
The Hamilton scoop. Not successful on its first attempt, but let's see what he gets out here. He's getting really inventive. Full toss, and that's he's got away with that one. It's not a no ball, thankfully for the bowler. .68 for 2. All right, it's time for the timeout. We'll join you shortly. Welcome back to Tillakaratne Dilshan. He had a bit of a lapse in concentration earlier on, really, and it has hopefully doesn't cost them too much. And this was the opportunity. Uthappa, the man who lobbed it up into the air, and this was a real soft drop catch, and he'll be hugely disappointed. And this man in screen is marching on. 47 of 24 now, and they are really starting to rue the fact they dropped that one.
Yeah, definitely. Dilshan. So Upulindra Siri will continue. The left-arm spinner who's played a lot of domestic cricket for Sri Lanka. He's got over 500 first-class wickets.
Well bowled.
Less elegant that shot this time from Mazakatsa, but they combined beautifully yesterday. Wonderful partnership.
Mazakatsa is really renowned for his destructive batting that we've seen in the past.
Yeah.
But Uthappa, he really makes things look very easy, isn't it? Like the shots that he plays, it just goes through the motions, and my word, the timing he has is incredible.
Big shot. We wait and see if it's got the distance. Brilliant stroke. It's another maximum. Uthappa brings up his 50 in some fine style.
There you go. And this is getting wide of the crease, but then Robin Uthappa. Now, there you go. And this time he holds out in the deep. And that is a big wicket. That's a big wicket. That's a big wicket. Just the wicket that they wanted.
and they've taken a catch. Brilliantly caught at long off. Drasiri, really good from him. He held his nerve after getting smashed for 6 the previous ball, and he's come back and he's done a really good job here. Uthappa trying to hit it back into the side screen. West Indian Searles came around and made it look very, very easy. Uthappa, he's gone for 53 of 26, a wonderful innings. The Kings 75 for 3. Come back, Angelo Pereira marching out there into the centre. He had a lovely little innings, 26 off 9 deliveries the other day. He's got plenty more balls to play with here today. He's got lots of opportunity to really play an innings of substance, but this is why he's there.
There you go, Uthappa trying to clear long off, but only finding the fielder there. Oh, he's gone. He's bowled him. First ball. Angelo Pereira was trying to hit that one over extra cover, misread the line completely, and he's castled.
Drasiri 2 for 22 now. Wonderful contributions from him. He thought the over was going to be a big one to start with. He got launched for 6, and now he's on a hat-trick, full straight. And Pereira tried the shot so many times yesterday over extra cover for 6. He hit a couple of them, and this time a big shot early on, and he's gone. Another big blow to the Kings. Pereira, he's gone, first ball for none. So some trouble here for the Kings. They've been rocked 2 wickets in a row. Peter Trago marches outside. He used to get a T20 100, about 211 matches, vastly experienced with bat, ball. He's played around the world for a very long time, and he's had some experience here already in the previous game yesterday, but that's why he is there. Pereira going for an expensive shot through extra cover, and a really tricky shot to walk in, very first ball, to try and attempt that stroke. His confidence must have been high from yesterday, from his previous innings, but that was asking a lot. Hat-trick ball, here we go. Oh, really can't ask much more than that. On target, on the stumps.
Well, this has been a good comeback over from Indrasri. He went for a few in his first. Masakadza and Uthappa both had the best of him. And even at the start, Uthappa got him over the line, but then Indrasri came back well.
As a spinner in this format, you're going to get hit for a couple of big ones. There's no doubt about it, but you've got to just hold your nerve and hang in there, really. One mistake, there's just slight hold up on the boundary for some reason, but we're back. Good delivery here. Good drier surface, and so far Drasiri making the most of it. 77 for 4, 9 gone.
There you go. 53 from Uthappa at the top, being the highlight of that batting card. Masakadza is 16. Hopefully, where the Kings are concerned, they will want him to go on till the end.
Smith second after a couple of full tosses, a couple of poor deliveries, but he started with a Yorker right in at those toes, and now with the skipper gone, a lot of responsibility falls on these two at the crease right now. Mazakatse, he got some runs, half century yesterday, really good, not out. Smith, can he try and get amongst the wickets here now? That's gone hard, that's trouble. Can someone get underneath it? He does, but he's put it down. Phil Mustard.
Well tried, Phil.
Well. He did the hard work to get to that point. Once again, fingers rolled over by Smith.
Two, please, sir. Thank you.
And he did the hard work. He got the distance, but then just popped out, isn't it?
Yeah, he's, in his playing career, he used to wear the old gloves. Normally a keeper, but he's at long on at the moment. That's a hot spot. Smith will be a little bit upset, and today two pretty straightforward chances dropped, and 2 days previous to this we haven't seen anything go down really. So at the moment, just letting themselves down a touch here. Oh, he likes that Yorker.
Looking for two, but it's not on.
Very well done, very well done.
This is very good stuff from Smith. Just look at how he's going about this
Smithy.
over. John, very fair. Now the interesting part is, who does Dilshan pick to bowl the fourth over? You can have one bowler bowling 4 overs. So who do you pick from the lot you've done so far?
Jasiri seems to have come back well, so probably him, as Mazakatse pulls this one, heaves it onto the onside, and as you mentioned now, this is a great over, only 3 runs from it. Really done a wonderful job. He 2 wickets in the previous over, and now Smith combining, as you have to in any form of cricket. The 2 bowlers try and combine and build some pressure, and they've done a good job here, pulling it all back. This time Cameron White's got some work to do. He's not going to rein it in. That's 4.
What?
84 for 4. So 60 balls gone, 30 to go. What can Rajasthan Kings do here in their 30 balls? What can they manage? What can they muster? 10 and over gets them to 134, 12 and over to 144. We spoke about who's going to get some more overs under their belt. Jasiri again.
Again, slower through there. That's what he's been doing in the last 2 overs that he's been bowling. Not trying to push it hard, just slowing it up a little bit.
Full toss, and that's lashed through. Extra cover, just the one, so he'll be a bit disappointed. He's missed out on a full toss there, Peter Trago.
He's not the biggest hitter, isn't it, Trago? He's not the guy, but he will work you around. That's what he will be doing, placing and working around. He will not look for the big shots. But on the other hand, Mazakatse, he'll be looking for the big one.
He likes that sweep. He tried that sweep a few times yesterday as well, and kept wrapping him on the pad. There's no real shorter side of the boundary. The pitch is towards the one side, but the boundaries have been adjusted, so they're all equal in length. There's a shot. Long on, all the way.
Look at the reach that he had on that, John. He really reached for that. Again, you can see he didn't try to bowl it too quick, but then Mazakatse really reached for it and picked it up. That's the muscle power, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think Jasiri just missing his length there. He didn't have to move. He could stand and he can deliver. When it's a bit quicker, a bit shorter, it's a far better length. Once again, that was right in the slot, and he's missed out.
Well, his eyes lit up, isn't it, Mazakatse?
He thought, okay, here I go again, but luck on the bowler on that occasion. And again, yeah, so the 11th over comes to an end. It's 93 for 4.
66 balls done, 93 for 4. Those buildings, they peaked at a certain stage and starts to drop a little bit. But this is where the Rajasthan Kings really needs to make it big. Into the last 4 overs or 24 balls, Wilco. 93 for 4. That run rate 8.45. Do you think that's about right? Or they need to go at around 10?
Well, they need to increase the tempo now, because there's only 4 overs left. And just a reminder to those of you watching, this is a tournament of 90 balls per innings, 15 overs. It's not T20. New format, new calibrations.
Masakadza hasn't really been able to express himself a lot today. He's made 27 of 21.
No, not yet, but he was in sublime form yesterday in that partnership with Robin Uthappa. I don't think the pitch is as decent for batting as it was yesterday, but we're on another strip here. This is pitch number 8. We were on pitch 4 across the other side of the square yesterday, and I think that pitch had a bit more even bounce and pace.
This is Drago. Brilliant fielding. That must be Dilshan. Is it? No. Tillakaratne Dilshan is the man who generally patrols that area. But doesn't matter. That was brilliant.
I'll tell you what, Roshan, that's the big bearded presence of Anton Devcic, the New Zealander. Unless Dilshan grows a beard in half an hour.
Look so much like him. But he's out there. There he is. He doesn't have a beard, so that's Devcic, Anton Devcic. Runs here behind square leg. Only a single again.
Talking about Devcic with that growth of beard. Now that is there. That's the Dilshan goatee. If you can just see it, it's a sort of close up, because I did the toss with Dilshan and Robin Uthappa. That is manicured perfectly. You must spend hours on it.
Well bowled. Ratali has been good. Now he's into his 3rd over. He's conceded just 10 runs. He's bowled 16 deliveries. He bowled at the top. Now he's bowling at the death. That's a very good addition the Punjab Royal has here.
Yes, he is. I've watched him play a number of seasons of PSL, Pakistan Super League, and he's a very capable bowler with the new ball and with the ball a little older. At the top, he swings it. He's a genuine swing bowler. He knows his craft.
Yeah, underrated somewhat. Did play international cricket. Again, not timing it. You're right in terms of the surface. The ball's not really coming on. They haven't been able to play those big shots. It's been a little bit slow, I think. So the pull shots hasn't really been there. They haven't been able to time them.
Yeah, I think when you've got to work harder on these, you can see, just count 1, 2, 3, 4 long on the right. That's where we have been for the first 2 days. So we're now on pitch number 8, whereas we were on pitch number 4. And I must say, this is a superb square here in Palakelly.
Wide. Ah, that's not good fielding. They should come back for 2 quite easily. Not great running, I must say. That's Dilshan Munavir on the boundary. It's 98 for 4, 12 overs done. The second game coming up shortly. Colombo Lions making their first appearance, and Dubai Giants, they're playing for the third consecutive time. It must be really hard work for those guys, but I'm excited to see the Colombo Lions. Right, the batting power play has been taken by the Rajasthan Kings. So now you could have just 3 fielders outside that 30-yard circle. Don't forget, the batting power play needs to be taken after the 10th over. The batting side has the option of taking 1 over as their batting power play.
Javon Sills. Now look at, is that the highest peak here at Roshan? But somewhere around there or towards that direction, we've got the wonderful Lake Victoria.
Pace off, no timing at all. Doesn't find the fielder, it falls in no man's land.
I truly believe this is one of the most picturesque grounds in the world, the Pallekele International Cricket Stadium. And yeah, we have with the mountains, and you can see Hamilton Mazakadze here just heaving away. And on previous visits here, Roshan have been hosted wonderfully at that Lake Victoria in the Albatross. That's where you've got to be.
I know you're a golfer. I know you like golfing.
Yeah, you know, it is. You have the most spectacular views of the valley there from the Albatross, which Mr. Nirmal Rana Singh, he kindly hosted us. We did it. Could have been the World Cup.
Yep, he's a great host, isn't he?
Siddharth Watamuni is also up there, and it's, so you see these wonderful views of the mountains, and that is a mountainous shot as well. That's gone all the way. That is 6.
The 100's up. That's Trigo. They need a few blows like this. At the moment, that run rate's dropping at 8.4. Trego just opening his shoulders, those big shoulders going over mid-wicket. So they've got 7 in this over. They've got 2 overs after this one. They need to make it big here. 140, you think, Wilco?
Yeah, it's got to be around there. That's got to be the target. This 4. That's raced away for 4.
That's Munavir on the boundary making a desperate effort. But Trigo is now starting to show us his range. 1 big hit over mid-wicket and now through mid-wicket for 4. So 6 and a 4 of 2 deliveries. Just looking to swing it away off an inside edge, but he gets the boundary because his outfield is fast. And don't forget, that's the shorter side. So don't be surprised if Trego goes for that area. He'll be aiming mid-wicket, aiming square leg. Through extra cover this time. That's another boundary. He's making this over big. He's got 15 of 5. And he's moved so quickly. He's striking at 200, 24 of 12. Look at that. Lots of room. Almost showing his stumps and then finding that hole between extra cover and mid-off. Beautifully done.
Yeah, it's a great shot, isn't it? You've allowed the ball to come onto you and use the pace of that delivery from Sills.
Pace off, and this is another 4. This is a massive over. 19 runs off it. This is a huge over for the Rajasthan Kings. It's 117 for 4. They got 12 balls left in the innings. That's the biggest batting power play so far, right? Yes. Now that last over, that's that building 19 runs in that batting power play, and that has been the most expensive batting power play in the tournament so far. They can get one over, and they really made that decision, that over count.
Yeah, these are big hits, telling blows. Trego and Mazakadze are going well here. This partnership now 42 from 26. And 11 balls to go, 13.1 bowled. Remember, it's 90 balls per innings, 15 overs, not 20 overs.
There's only one winner.
They got that run rate up to 9 now, almost 8.96. It's going to be Trego now. Trego, all eyes on Trego. He's been the man who's looking to go after the bowling. He's striking at what, 215. Mazakadze comparatively slow at 120. This time finds the man at extra cover. Again, the intention is right. He wants to pick that gap between deep extra cover and long off.
Dilshan saving the run there. That was hit so hard that Trego couldn't really contemplate the single.
He seems to be the type of player who likes to go over the top, likes to go through extra cover. And he's also good there, but on the bounce this time. He could have hit it slightly later, delayed the shot, could have got it behind square leg. But at the moment, Cummins has got away. He's bowled 3 deliveries for just 2 runs.
Yeah, just using the pace of the delivery to Dwayne Smith. Good to see Dwayne Smith in this tournament as well. Proper legend of West Indies cricket. So Mazakadze on strike.
Still finds the fielder. He hasn't been finding those boundaries as he did yesterday, Mazakadze. This is turning out to be a brilliant over for Punjab Royal. Just 3 or 4 deliveries, including a dot. Now, can Cummins finish off well, finish off strongly? That's the question. He's got that man at short fine leg. Short third backward point. He's got those boundary riders both on the off and on the on. Big one, but it will fall safe, I think. Yes, between 2 fielders. Trego just got it almost off the toe of the bat. They'll come back for 2.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Could have done with some chalk on the end of that.
That's 4. That's a good finish to the over. Rajasthan Kings, they've got 9 of that over and they're into the last 6 of their innings. 126 for 4.
In 4th and the last over. Change ball at time over.
2 overs left?
1.
Last over.
Last over.
126 for 4. Now Rahat Ali has been the choice of the captain Dilshan to bowl that 4th over. Don't forget, one bowler could bowl 4 and the captain needs to nominate him at least by the 10th over.
He's only conceded 13 with 18 deliveries, so he's had a very good day. Can he close his work off?
Starts off with a wicket. Tillakaratne Dilshan, the catcher. Masakadza goes and Rahat Ali continues his good bowling form. He bowled a lot of dots, bowled a lot of economical deliveries, and now he gets a wicket.
It's good thinking from Rahat Ali. You see how he's used his fingers down the side of the ball and he's bowled it wide. So he says to Hamilton Masakadza, if you want to score runs, come and get it. And that's why he didn't hit it out of the middle of the bat. It's a little leg cutter. Masakadza 31 and the Kings 126 for 5.
Ashley Nurse is the new batter. He comes in to join Trego. He'll be on strike. He's got 5 deliveries left. Rahat Ali has been bowling extremely well. Bowled with good control, 1 for 13. And he's bowled 19 deliveries. Nurse on strike. Swings it away on the onside. This time again pace off. Only a single. Rahat Ali bowling a slower, wider delivery at Masakadza. And eventually Dilshan taking a catch at the edge of that 30-yard circle. Now Trego on strike. Goes after it, he might get it, he gets it away for 4. Slower delivery wide, but Trego went really hard at it.
Peter Trego's gone after this. He knows it's going to be wide. You see how he jumps across the crease and plays it almost flat batted. Plays it late, watches the ball onto the middle of that bat.
They're left with 3 more deliveries in the innings. Trego on strike. That's a wide. Has to be a wide.
Now, this bat that Peter Trego is using is a revolutionary design. It does not have a splice. That bat is carved out of one piece of wood, including the handle. So there's no handle that's inserted into the blade. And he did tell me the process which it's called, but it's supposedly to give it more strength and a bigger sweet spot because it's out of one solid piece of wood.
Well done, Wilco.
Thank you very much, Roshan. Bit of research. But I mean, it's incredible, isn't it? That when you think that in the history of bat making, you've had a bat handle which is used to splice to go into the blade.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's an amazing story. These are the innovations that are coming through. Going back quite a few years, remember the aluminium bat?
Oh yes, caused a stir, didn't it? The only thing I think about, obviously, this new revolutionary design is that, you know, traditionally the old bat handle, the sort of bamboo, and then you had rubber to give the bat sort of a malleability, a spring, and feel. So I'm not sure how the full blade would work. Clearly, it works well for Peter Trego.
We got 2 balls left. Nurse on strike. Big one, but he hasn't got hold of it. Just short of the man at long on. They'll come back for 2, I think. No, they won't. That's a valiant effort.
Well done, very well tried.
Javon Searles is the fielder here. He's done really well. He's come in at pace. Look how fast he's coming in, and he's got his hands down and his eyes on the ball. He's done really well there.
Into the last ball of the Kings innings. Rahat Ali's bowled a brilliant over, just 8 runs so far. Can he finish it well? Trego is done. He does finish well, and Rahat Ali, what a spell he's had. He's at 2 for 21 of 4 overs or 24 balls, and Rajasthan Kings have closed on 134 for 6.
Yeah, this has been a superb spell from Rahat Ali. He's bowled with great purpose. Pitched it is up, hits the top of off stump. Good innings from Trego, 40 from 20. It's a strike rate of 200. So those were crucial runs hit at pace. So Peter Trego, the Somerset all-rounder, the county of Somerset, 40, adding to the Kings' total of 134 for 6. Doesn't look quite enough, but this pitch is not as giving to batters as we saw yesterday on pitch number 4. You're going to have to work for your runs. Bowlers have got a little bit more purchase out of this. But Rahat Ali, outstanding. 4 overs, 2 for 21, outstanding.
A brilliant spell. 135 of 90 balls is what Punjab Royal needs, and I think Tillakaratne Dilshan at the toss told you that's about the score he was looking at. So has Dilshan got his wish? That's the question. As you said, Wilco, I think the surface doesn't really look as good as yesterday. The ball didn't have that pace on the pitch. It didn't have the bounce.
No, it's been just a little prepared for this pitch. Right, let's go downstairs and get the views of Pete Trego.
Congratulations, Trego, in well playing for the first innings as well. And what do you think about the first innings of yours today?
Well, I think we've got a competitive total there. I'd say probably somewhere around par. Felt like you needed a bit of time at the wicket. The bounce was quite low off the pitch, so if you bowled in good areas, it was challenging. But you know, Robbie got a couple away nicely, myself and Hamilton. So I think we've got a competitive total.
That's amazing. And today is the first match of Rajasthan Kings. And what do you think about the team combination?
Well, it's the first match for us today, but yesterday we also played and we won. Yes. So that's fine. But today we're going all right. So you know, I think these competitions, they're very short in days, so it's good to get some positive momentum. And like I said, I think we've done a lot of good things. The guys bowled beautifully yesterday, so we just need to back that up today.
And on both the days, the captain decided to bat first. What do you think about this decision?
Anything Robbie Uthappa says, I will follow, no problem. He's the man, he knows what he's doing, he's played beautifully the first 2 games. So I think runs on the board in these games are always a bit of a bonus, really. The day games, the wicket stays quite dry with the very hot sun on it, so I can only see it sort of gripping a little bit more. So hopefully we've got enough runs.
All right, thank you very much, Trego. We wish you all the very best for the second innings as well.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right, Peter Trego, what innings he played, quick fire innings. He was striking at 200, and that's what they got. 134 for 6, 53 at the top for Uthappa. Masakadza not as fluent as yesterday, but look at Trego, 40 of 20.
That could be a match-winning innings from the Englishman. And the partnerships, well, it was the Uthappa Masakadza 47, then Masakadza Trego 51 that really set the tone for this innings. 134 for 6, Rajasthan Kings. Rahat Ali, 24 overs, 13 dot balls, 2 for 21. Cummings, 1 for 27. Indra Siri, 2 for 33. Smith, 2 overs, and Searles 3 overs from him. So is 134 enough? We'll know soon enough. You're going to have to work hard to get your runs on this surface. Punjab Royal, they need 135 to win this match. They've got 90 balls to do it.
Yeah, welcome back to the Palakela International Cricket Stadium here in Sri Lanka for this Legends Cricket Trophy match number 4. The Punjab Royal taking on the Rajasthan Kings. It's the Kings who had a bat first, and they ended up with 134 for 6 in their 90 balls.
Some moments in this game to look at. They were impressive. The start, he was unlucky. Early on, Edwards got run out with Rahad Ali. Brilliant stop of his own bowling, a swivel, and hit the stumps direct. And this was a big moment in the game, I thought, earlier on when they put down Uthappa. Dilshan, the fielder, the skipper, he'll be disappointed with that. And then Uthappa just opened up, and he really entertained us again. He got his second half century in succession. Really brilliant from him. Look at some of these beautiful strokes he played. All around the ground, he hit it so sweetly. Tell you what, he is in some form, and he showed us a bit of flair as well throughout this inning. So really hit the sweetest timer of the ball we've seen all tournament. No one has quite hit it as cleanly as he has. This was the moment. Brilliantly taken, Searles in the deep, Uthappa on the way back. And then a big shot from Pereira ended the very first ball, and he was on a hat-trick, was Indra Siri. And Mazakatsa, big shot, Phil Mustard punched it. So some poor fielding along the way here, but some fine stroke play came along the way as well. Mazakatsa and Trago combining, and they swung hard, and most of the time they found the boundary. A really good partnership between the two of them. Trago pierced the gaps. A really good innings from Trago. 40 of 20. We just heard him at the mid-innings break in the flash interview. And that was the end of Mazakatsa. Dilshan holding on this time. Big smile on his face.
Now, Peter Trego's innings was the key innings in this Kings first innings. He was the last man to get knocked over, but he had done some serious damage already. 40 off just 20 deliveries. So Uthappa continues his good form, 53 off 26 deliveries. So does Hamilton Mazakatsa. He's followed up his half century in the opening game with a nicely played 31 off 27. But it was the innings of Peter Trago, the Englishman, 40 off 20, that elevated the Kings to a score that will be tough to defend, but it is defendable. 134 for 6 in their 90 balls. Couple of partnerships. The one between Uthappa and Best was really just dominated by Uthappa as Best struggled, and then again the domination of Uthappa in the Mazakatsa partnership of 47. Then Trago joined Mazakatsa, and he played quite brilliantly. Shots all around the ground. He's a dynamic all-rounder, is Peter Trago. Rahat was brilliant, an economy rate of just over 5. That is sensational in the shorter versions of the game. Smith went for a little under 9 to the over, but I think they'll be relatively happy, the bowling unit, with their afternoon's work. So we're off to a break, and when we come back, 135 is what's required from 90 balls for the Punjab Royal to win this encounter. So it's the Punjab Royals taking on the Rajasthan Kings. The Rajasthan Kings already have a victory under their belt, but they're going to do well to add to that tally because they don't have a huge amount to defend here. 134 is the number that they're having to defend, and we've got two wonderful players at the crease. Tillakaratne Dilshan from Sri Lanka and Namanoja of India. Both high-quality performers, have done it at the highest level, and they'll be looking to get the Royals off to a rollicking start on what is a half-decent surface. But they have to deal with a half-decent bowling attack here. Manpreet Ghani will have the new ball. Alongside me, former South African international John Kent. John, slip in place.
Oh, I like to see that, absolutely. He bowled really well, Ghani, yesterday. Got some pace, his accuracy was spot on, and his game plan for the batting power play was also impressive, I thought, yesterday, where he bowled wide outside the off stump. Mixed it up quite nicely. So 4 in the ring on the offside, the 2 men on the boundary to start, deep square leg, and third man. As you say, this opening pair, wow, special in their own time here, and it'll be wonderful to see them get themselves in here.
No!
Just looking to work that away on the leg side. It was very, very straight. He's a wristy player, Namanoja. Not the biggest man in the world when it comes to batting, but I tell you what, he is a clean striker. Good shot for none. So 134, what did you make of that total that was set?
I think seems to have a decent plan. I think Mazakatsa paces it quite nicely, and having the likes of Traeger finish the innings is very, very handy indeed. And I think they should be very, very pleased with that score. Required run rate now for the chasing side, 9.2. So I think this is a very, very good score for the team that's now got to defend it.
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. It certainly came back a long way. That might have hit absolutely everything except the bat.
Tell you what, yeah, he's under pressure. The umpire immediately, what a delivery. Look at this nip back. Tell you what, they're appealing for glove, bat, pad, whatever. Just lift the finger, umpire, please. We want an early breakthrough. Here's a good angle. Look to just hit that back pocket. So a good call from the umpire.
Just getting it to tail back in here to the right-hander, Ghani. No, no, a little bit of width, and away goes Oja.
Hard new ball. A decent bit of bat on it, and it races over the boundary. No attempt to keep this down at all. So just the finest of margins you have to deal with as a bowler in this format. Over a side, you give any bit of width and it gets capitalized on immediately.
He just tried to swing that one away from the right hand after having brought 2 back in. Now he looks to go in again, and he's successful. He's got rid of Oja. Manpreet Ghani, he is a wicket taker, and they got there first.
Traego's evening keeps getting better. Nicely taken, running catch at mid-on. Flat, head height, reverse cupped, and really well taken. He went back for the in-swinger, as he's mentioned. Outswinger wasn't working for him, and straight back onto that in-swinger, and success. Really nicely judged, Peter Traego. And that's a big breakthrough in the very first over. Oja, he's got to go. He's gone for 4. Royal, 4 for 1.
Dwayne Smith from the West Indies. Many good years for the Mumbai Indians. Dwayne Smith at the top of the order.
Right arm over. One more to come.
You're right, it was a very nicely judged catch from Peter Trago. He just had to work out, did he need to backpedal, did he need to come in? In the end, he just stood his ground, judged the jump, and held on to a nice catch. Just what they wanted, the Kings, an early wicket, an early strike. Smith's away. But a nice first over from Goni comes to an end. 5 for 1.
Over.
So are we on breaks now? Okay. Yeah, we break every other. Still lots of batting here. Mustard from England, Devchis from New Zealand, Munavera from Sri Lanka, White from Australia. Then the bowlers. Cameron White coming in so low down, he is a destructive player. But here's a man who had some success in the opening game. Awana picked up 4. Parvinder Awana, 4 for 13. In what was a winning game for the Kings. Just what has become standard at every cricketing venue in the world. The umpire has to tell someone to please not walk in front of the sight screen. It wouldn't be a cricket venue if someone didn't walk in front of a sight screen. Well, that's just slapped down the ground.
Conducive to a bit of a bottom hand in his time over the years, heaving it on the onside. This time he has met this loosener with a flat batted slap back up the ground. So Smith underway, got off the mark last over, off the last ball, and immediately a boundary to start the second.
It was in the air for just a moment, but the gap was found between backward point. And that's 4 more off the bat of Smith. He's off to a start here.
Awana wobbling the ball around, the new ball. And he is really going hard at the ball here. And a leading edge, no real control of the stroke, but Mazakat's are not able to cut that off. So 2 boundaries to start. Awana's over. Yesterday he took wickets in his very first over, and right now he's under some pressure.
That's gone fine and away for 4 as well. Trago makes no impact in his chase. 12 of 3 deliveries.
Another fortunate outside edge. Awana, it's not just going for him at the moment. Decent delivery, bit of extra bounce and a thick edge. Third man tried to make his way around but never stood a chance. So now some real pressure, 3 in a row.
Well, in yesterday's game he bowled a spell of 3 overs, 18 deliveries, and he went for 13 runs. He's bowled 3 balls and he's gone for 12. And how this game makes your form fluctuate. Well, there's more of him. He's dealing in boundaries here, Dwayne Smith.
What, Punjab Royal are opening up here. I thought they'd be a bit more pleased in the dugout with that type of shot. Erupting, and he's gone. This is the best of the lot in this over so far. Middled it well in front of square. A couple of metres short of the boundary. So this is 16 off 4. Smith, he is in the zone immediately.
Oh, well, the great West Indians of the past were playing T20 cricket before it even begun. The likes of Richards and Haynes and Greenwich. A priceless dot delivery. 4 in 4 deliveries.
This is a bit agricultural off the toe end of the bat. At least he's trying to look to hit straight. Then a bit of fortune with the outside half of the bat, followed by another one. That was a good delivery. This one was the pick of the shots. Right over left, heaving it on the onside.
Margin for error as a bowler, 0 inside the power play. Final delivery of the Awana over. Oh, another dot to finish, but there was some serious damage done there by Smith. 21 for 1. Maximum of 90 legitimate balls per innings. And there are some time constraints that the teams have to work within as well. And the batting power play has to be taken after the 10th over. So after 60 balls have been bowled, the batting side can decide to take the power play. Spin. And a boundary. Dilshan, after some time, finally got to face a delivery, and the first one he gets, he hits for 4.
Jakarta bowled it ultra slow. He had all day long. Look how he rocked back.
Well, Jakarta's a good performer, there's no doubt about it, but he's going to have his work cut out here, because no man has scored more runs in T20 internationals at this venue than Tillakaratne Dilshan. Over 300 runs in 10 innings. He even has 100 here in a T20 international against Australia.
So do you think if it's 15 overs, Jakarta's got a bit of a chance maybe? Change of format for him. Maybe he's got a chance here. But he has bowled it extremely slowly to Dilshan. The first one he had all day to get back and cut it for 4. And that time really looped it up high and tried to deceive him in the flight. I'll tell you what, Smith is only going to deal with this one way.
No, there was half a question asked and then it was withdrawn. No, just too much width. You can't bowl that sort of line to these sort of players.
If he does, he's going to have to put someone back there. His boundary riders at the moment are deep mid wicket and long on, and the player like Smith, and you'd understand that field setting and those boundary riders in position, but you've got to really try and dart it in maybe at those pads. There's just no protection out there at all.
So 3 overs done. 30 for 1. Well, cycling's Tour de France has arguably the greatest or most beautiful stadium. But I tell you what, cricket grounds around the world, they really are put in some picturesque areas. Quite beautiful. The mountainous areas of Kandy. Oh, what about that? What about that from Dilshan, winding back the clock?
Now you just get to a ground and you just feel like you've been there before, you've done it all there before, and you just slip right back into match mode. And he slipped right back into some great form here. Wonderful shot, some width given. He's tried the away swinger again, Goni. Maybe he should put that one away. It's not quite working so well. His in swinger, a far better option. Let's see what he decides on this delivery.
Oh, he's a much better player than he is at putting a sock on his helmet. He needs to just drag that slightly forward. The blue of Sri Lanka is showing underneath the yellow of the Royals. Yeah, you're so right when you talk about someone that's been at the ground before. Dilshan is accustomed to the ground. Alan Wilkins at the toss asked him how he thought the surface would play, and he probably gave one of the more assured answers that captains give. Normally they go, well, we're not quite sure, maybe it'll do this. This is how it'll play. This is how it plays here in Palakele. We don't mind chasing. We would have liked to bat first, but we don't mind chasing.
That's what we've been waiting for. All of us around the world are waiting for the Dill scoop. There it was.
Yeah, you know you've made it when there's a stroke that's named after you.
We saw an attempted Hamilton Mazakatsa scoop earlier on. He also failed to make contact, but tricky shot. I'll tell you what, got to get low down for that shot, and he was the original.
Well, the encouraging thing when you see Tillakaratne Dilshan play that shot is you know that it wasn't Ben Duckett that invented it. It's been played a long time ago.
Did he take credit for it, though?
Well, that is the question. That is the question. Shot, pounded away. Really was, stood tall. Stood nice and tall. Dilshan knocked that away for 4. They've started well here, the Royals. 4 gone, 38 for 1.
Good start this for Punjab Royal against Rajasthan Kings. 135 is the total that they're looking at. Dwayne Smith is looking very dangerous indeed. So we've had the 4 overs, end of the bowling power play. Most of the ground now in shadow. It's been another fearfully warm afternoon here in Kandy.
So Avana bowling, he went for 16 runs in the first over. He was very good yesterday. He was amongst the wickets. But today, the Punjab Royal has taken a liking to his bowling, gone after him. And at the moment, the run rate required is very manageable, around 9 runs and over. And if they don't lose wickets, they make a stable foundation, they'll be in the game. So at the moment, Dilshan on strike. He's made 13 of 9.
Fraction short. Got to have your field right. If you're going to bowl that kind of length, you need fielders in the right place, and Dilshan onto that in such a rush.
One thing about Dilshan is he's a wholehearted cricketer, whether he's batting, bowling or fielding. He'll give it his all. Loves this ground. Has played some fabulous T20 innings for his country. What a story, Tillakaratne Dilshan as a batter.
Good effort from Awana, but it was a slower ball. Lots of grunting.
Just on that story about Dilshan, Wilco, he started off as a middle order batter. And then he went to his first class team, his club, and he pushed them to get him to open the batting. And he opened in one game against a top side, and he went after the bowling, hit number of sixers as an opener, and from there on he just made sure that that opener's position was his until he retired.
Yeah, he's been such a catalyst, hasn't he, for Sri Lankan cricket over the years. Heard you saying just now that nobody's scored more T20 runs on this ground. He's got 100 here as well, but just generally when he's been in for Sri Lanka, he's just put his foot down on the accelerator, and you know, you've just, as a bowler, as a defending captain in the field, you've got to watch his every move. Sometimes they're worth 2 when you just hit those gently enough to reach the 30-yard markers.
Not with Smith. Smith had none of it. Dilshan was very interested, but Smith was staying put. He just couldn't turn and come back quickly.
Yeah, Dwayne Smith, he doesn't, that's not his currency. Sprinting between the sticks. Just take the single and deal with it next delivery. 5 fours in his 23. Well bowled. Yeah, well done. End of 5, 42 for 1.
Well, Sri Lanka, as we all know, offers an unparalleled tourism experience, serving as an all-encompassing destination that caters to every traveler's desire, all in one compact package. It's a beautiful nation, lots to look forward to, and it offers little something to every tourist.
And this is really such a beautiful part of Sri Lanka here, up in the mountains. And I've said to you before, we won't have time, but if we get back here again, Roshan, I'm heading to that Lake Victoria in the Albatross. Peter Trago, what a good cricketer he is. He's come on, he's had a quick fire 40, and now he's on with the ball. over 600 games for his county, Somerset. Over the years, the Somerset, the county that was made famous by the great Viv Richards, Ian Botham, Joel Garner, Sunil Gavaskar, Martin Crowe. You have to be on your guard when you're in the field, when Dwayne Smith, Dr. Smith, DR Smith, normally on his back, but he is a powerful hitter of the cricket ball. Big man from Barbados. Made a century on his test debut at Newlands in Cape Town. It's gone nowhere. There's no pace on that. Dilshan says, I'll go for that. Come on, let me get down there.
Now this is an indication that this pitch is starting to respond to those cutters and slow deliveries. So they're taking a lot of pace off the ball. So that's why this target of 134 is looking reasonably challenging, reasonably competitive. I believe the Rajasthan Kings, they do understand what to do on this surface. And there you are. At best, what the batters could do is to just work the ball for singles. They're not having enough pace, just like that from Trego. A lot of pace off the ball into the pitch, ball not arriving, so timing becomes difficult.
Ashley Nurse and Dwayne Smith is home. Timed it rather well. Oh dear, he didn't like that ball, did he? He wanted it in the stands, and he's going to get 6 for it.
That's a welcome 6 as far as the Punjab Royal are concerned, because they were just struggling. They were not finding the boundary. It was the length. He was waiting for it. He was ready. That was dragged down by Trego. No pace on it, so it became an easy option. But still, Smith had to hit it really hard. Last ball of the over. That's very good. In fact, it's called a wide. Now, that might be a tight call. That's to the naked eye. I think it's worth taking a look.
Robin Uthappa, the keeper. Now then, Dwayne Smith having a full go at this. I think that's harsh to call that a wide. That's very harsh on Peter Trego. That's inside that blue tram line, which is there as a guide. So I think the umpire has just erred a little there. That's the problem. You get 1 extra ball and you're punished, and Peter Trego will not be happy with that. Dwayne Smith is delighted. 58 for 1. Namanoja is the man who's out. Dilshan and Dwayne Smith, Phil Mustard, Anton Devsic, the Kiwi, Munawera. Looks like we're going to see some spin here. Chaturanga De Silva. You'd have seen a bit more of him than me, I think, Roshan. Ooh, slips down the leg side, gets away with this.
He's the elder brother of Vanidu Hasaranga De Silva. So they have great respect for the two brothers. They played together. And Chaturanga also has played a bit of white ball cricket for Sri Lanka. He's not a big spinner of the ball, but he's somebody who's, again, slides, bowls the arm ball, has a lot of variety in his armory. Yeah, so he's played 7 ODIs and T20, so he doesn't have a massive carrier in terms of international cricket, but he's been around for a while. He's been around for quite a while, I must say. But a very useful cricketer. Left-handed bat, left-hand spinner.
Traeger wanted somebody to back up. He wanted a shy at the stumps, but there was no one in his eye line. Traeger has done well here, and he was looking at a vacant area in his eye line. He wanted to see a dark shirt for backup. Bowled. Here he goes again. He's got a really good arm. The umpire wants to have a look at this, give this to the third umpire.
I think he should be all right, Dwayne Smith. But it's still, umpires don't take a chance, do they? They just want to make sure that at every possible time that they would refer it to the third umpire. Oh, that was much tighter than what I thought.
A lot tighter. Dwayne Smith has just dawdled here. I think he's safe. Yeah, he's safe. I like the way that Robin Uthappa has gone between the creases there to take the ball back into the stumps. Yeah, not out.
See, this is sensible cricket. See, what they're trying to do with the spinner is, rather than charging him, they're looking for singles, searching for singles against him. Because obviously the pitch gripping a little bit by the looks of it. And a dot, it's a good over. He just concedes 4. 7 done, 62 for 1.
Cricket trophy.
Need a couple of big overs here, but 73 required from 48 balls. Plenty of deliveries left. Punjab Royal with Dwayne Smith there. This is a good contest because Chikati, the bowler, will be fearful that Smith will want to put him into the next postcode. He is that big. He'll try and hit as hard as he can. That's the problem with Dwayne Smith. That's a save. Is that a save? Ashley Nurse has dived full length.
I'll tell you what, if he saved it, it was brilliant. But the umpires would definitely take a look because he was sliding on the boundary. They need to just make sure that nothing touched the line as he saved it. Well, they'll keep an eye on those boundary ropes. I don't think that's a good angle to look at. They'll need another angle. They'll need a different angle, I think. Well, those boundary lines don't seem to move unless he just brushed against it or just touched it, feathered it. Doesn't look like having any contact with the boundary. Ashley Nurse, so he appears to have saved 2 runs for his team.
Oh, he's nowhere near it. Nicely tossed up by Jakati. Shadab Jakati, the left arm spin here. He's just teasing Dwayne Smith with a little bit of extra flight. He's brave to do it.
See, that tells me that this surface is starting to respond. So that's why he's searching for some turn or spin. Dilshan, bit of innovation there. So I won't be surprised if Robin Uthappa decides to go more with spin. Because at the moment, Chaturanga de Silva, economical, and now we see Jakati looking for some turn, looking for some purchase.
Yeah, Ashley Nurse bowls off spin. Not sure if Robin Bist bowls. Oh, a short and wide. That deserves to be thrashed. And it is. That was a bad ball. It deserved to go for 4.
See, the bowler should be disappointed. He should be really disappointed because the batters were struggling to put the ball away. Unless you serve up a delivery like this, which is short and wide. It's not the easiest to score runs off on this surface because it's starting to grip a little bit.
You can come in this way later.
They've got 7 runs with 1 ball to go in the over.
Too
Where are
wide.
you going, man?
Too wide. You can hear. You just heard Robin Uthappa saying, "Where are you going? You can't bowl there. It's bad. 2 bad balls. 73 for 1."
Where are you going, man?
So with that second boundary in consecutive balls, it's going to be a timeout.
Are we done? Are we changing?
What are you catching now?
I think Wilson has gone there for the toss. Why don't you get Kosal? Is Kosal on an interview?
Punjab Royal are chasing 135 to win this contest. And Naman Oja was looking pretty good, and then he just chipped one straight to mid-on. Trego taking the catch. But he was looking in imperious form, but they'd only brought in Dwayne Smith to come in to partner Tillakaratne Dilshan. Smith has been powerful. Difficult to bowl at. When he's in this mood, he's very difficult to bowl at. Dilshan finding his radar. Can't bowl there to Dwayne Smith. Too many loose deliveries here from Rajasthan. And if you bowl there to Dilshan, he'll murder you. Anything short, Smith will jump on it like that. Strong arms. And also for Dilshan, that's nothing more than a net ball. 2 in a row.
Where are you going, man?
So far, Punjab Royal, they're keeping pace. They need 62 or 42. That's not frightening in terms of an asking rate. You spoke about Ashley Nurse, he's coming on, but this is a good move by the captain. He realizes that spin can play a role here. Scoring runs of the spinners aren't easy if you're going to bowl those, unless you bowl those bad deliveries.
required run rate's heading towards 9. Ashley Nurse, economy is pretty good. It's a fraction over 7 in his career. Very handy cricketer to come in the top 4 or 5. In fact, he's batting low down in this tournament so far. He's got a chance of being LBW. This might have turned a bit too much.
See, Dilshan's trying different things. That tells you a story, because he understands that the surface is not the easiest to bat on. So he's looking to try and put Nurse off his line. That was clearly going spinning down, spinning into the right-hander. So at the moment, what they're looking, or what they're able to do, is singles. They've got 3 singles of the first 3 balls now. I can tell you that the Royals wouldn't mind it at this stage, because they got to just stop those boundaries.
Stretching for it. Dilshan will get, beg your pardon, Nurse just on the wrong line, and Dilshan just stretches for this. Just has a little pause here, and that's been swept on length.
This is clever batting. He just made sure that he picked his spot. Now what would Nurse do here? Would you go wide? Would he push it through quicker? Now short and wide. Now he made room for himself, only a single. That's the result of that sweep. Just got Nurse to go wide. But he's got a man on the cover boundary, so that was fine. Just 7 runs so far. He's got 1 delivery left.
A little paddle, and it beats the man backward there. It's 4. So an untidy over in the end. 11 from it. It's 85 for 1. Coming up, it's the Colombo Lions against the Dubai Giants. That match will be starting at 7 o'clock. Meanwhile, it's the Punjab Royal 85 for 1.
Stifled, aborted appeal. Desperate for some wickets here. They want to get back into this contest. Not a bad shout.
Nicely, boy.
Little fumble of a direct hit would have seen Smith gone.
What a partnership this has been. 83 runs and 52 deliveries have really put the Royal team well in contention of this target. There you go. Just a slight misfeel. Oh, he would have been gone by a mile.
Such a big part of the game now, fielding, you know, throwing in from the deep, just skidded in. The throw was just a little bit full for Chaturanga to deal with. I'm so glad he held on to his bat there.
The boundaries are not coming in HD. That might concern the Punjab Royal team a bit, but I feel that they are willing. Take a look at this again. That hand coming off. Maybe sweaty gloves.
Very humid out there. Very, very humid. Conditions difficult for the batters and the bowlers. Just see how wet Dwayne Smith's shirt has got over the course of his innings. Not that he's had to do much running, because he's hit the ball pretty well. Smith 48 off 27. He's not on strike at the moment. So a single will end the over. So that's 60 balls that have been bowled. There's still 30 remaining in the innings in this run chase. It's 90 for 1. They're still in control here. Punjab Royals, 45 required from 30 deliveries. Just one big over will get them so close to home. They're well ahead of the Worms. They've got plenty of wickets in hand. They should do this at a canter, but a tight over, and we'll see the nerves set in.
And also, don't forget that they got a power play over.
Well, they can take that over any time now, with 10 overs gone. Oh, yes, this is his stroke. It belongs to him, Tillakaratne Dilshan.
Well, we were waiting and waiting to see when that was going to come out. And there you go. He picks it at the correct moment. That's named after Dilshan, the Dil scoop.
It's the perfect way to start an over as well. You put so much pressure on a bowler when you start with a boundary. It's now, can you capitalize as a batting unit and make this the big over that you want? Just to almost put the game away, to try and get it down to a runner ball. Now through extra cover. Lovely shot by Dilshan. He's just starting to get a move on.
Well, they've targeted this over for sure. And there you go, Dilshan coming down the track, picking his spot. You couldn't blame the bowler, isn't it? If he'd gone for a Dil scoop the previous ball, he tries to bring back his length, and then Dilshan decides to come down the track.
His fortunes have swung horribly here, Moana. 4 for in the previous game. None in this one, and he's going round the park. Now he takes pace off. Dilshan says 2, Smith says not on your Nelly.
So they're getting closer and closer. It's just 36 now off 27. In modern day format, it's always a walk in the park, isn't it, HD?
1 Yuvraj Singh versus Stuart Broad over required. 6 big ones. Won't be that one.
Some relief for the bowler. They've got 9 off this over. So they fell on course. You can see those look really tired legs, isn't it?
Well, they still have that power play up their sleeve. When they take that power play, the fielding restrictions will be implemented. And there'll just be 3 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle. And I have a sneaky feeling that they'll take it very, very soon. Smart cricket from Smith. Brings up the 100.
So I'm sure, actually, that the next over is going to be the power play over. Now the interesting part is, who does Uthappa hand the ball over to? If you look at that, it's been expensive. Chaturanga De Silva has been the best out of the lot. So is he going to give it to him?
Well, one bowler can bowl 4 overs, so Goni's got 2 left. Maybe he gets given an over. There'll only be one here. A decent over. 66 deliveries have been bowled, 101 for 1. So news from the Palakela is that the batting power play has been taken, and now Robin Uthappa has to rearrange his field. Only 3 are allowed outside the 30-yard circle. And Chaturanga De Silva is the man that's being asked to bowl that over. That is the signal for the batting power play. Tillakaratne Dilshan will lick his lips. Dwayne Smith will say, nudge it for a single and get me on strike. But this will be an over which should be full of entertainment.
First time we're seeing a spinner bowling a batting power play over. Now Uthappa needs to make sure he's got his fielders in the right areas. He needs to have one more man in the circle. That mid-on's coming up now. Long-on's coming in. He needs to have 2 more men inside the circle. He's got the 6 now. He's got the 6 now.
Immediately Dilshan goes on the attack, but there is that protection away on the leg side. The deep mid-wicket, the deep square leg, and the long off. But there is absolutely no doubt that these 2 men at the crease will be looking for boundaries. There'll be a winner in this over. There won't be a stalemate. There will either be boundaries or there'll be a wicket. Someone will win this contest. Change of field again. Chaturanga rings the changes. Mid-off goes back onto the boundary. Deep square leg comes up into that circle. Oh, he's found a gap. He's found the gap. He's found 4.
That's the area that they were targeting between mid-wicket, and it's 50 for Dwayne Smith. How many times he must have erased that bat during his career, HD. There you go. That's the area that they were looking for. It's a fraction short, and Smith had ample time to rock back. And we know how powerful he is.
Now he finds a boundary on the offside. So first on the leg, now on the off, and De Silva is under pressure. They are racing along to this target now, the Royals.
This is the over that they wanted. They've got 9 of it so far. Again, it's a short. You just can't afford to bowl at that length to Dwayne Smith.
Now does De Silva toss it up here and allow Smith to go down the ground? No, it's nice and flat. Smith happy to rotate the strike, but there's still a couple of deliveries remaining of this over, as Nelson is on the board. 1-1-1 for 1.
So it's all ones on the board now.
So he just had a couple of boundaries. 11 off the over. Final delivery here of the batting power play. Nope, sent back, but they nearly had a runner ball. There's still 23 required from the last 3 overs. It's 112 for 1. couple of big overs, otherwise it's really been cruise mode here for the Punjab Royals. 112 for 1. They still need 23 for victory just to get their first win under the belt. But what an innings this has been from Dwayne Smith. We expect big things from him. He's delivered in game number 1.
He started off very severely against Havana. 4 boundaries coming in on the first 4 deliveries that he faced. And that is a good shot, good pickup shot. And he continued to take on the bowling all over the wicket. He was not afraid to pull, he was not afraid to cut. As I said, how many times he would have raised that bat during his career.
You know what I'm saying?
We need one more.
Yeah, we need to see what take. You guys are so good.
Mid on. Go ni सीधा जा.
I'll be back. I'll be on it.
112 for 1. Now, what are they left with? 23 more runs of 18 balls. Now, that's not too frightening if you're a Punjab Royal supporter. For Dilshan and Dwayne Smith, they have made it look so easy. Oh, no, that's not good cricket. That's poor fielding, but very quick recovery, just a single.
Really, you're 48, man.
A partnership of 109, John, of 69.
Really?
The best partnership of this tournament so far. It's been brilliant. They've been in total control, really, and they broke the back of the chase early on in the first 10. They really got way ahead and now require 7.7 to the over only.
This is Peter Trego now. I'll tell you what, Dwayne Smith will be very disappointed because it was short, it stood up, there's nobody behind point or at third, so that was a gift that he missed out.
For a team that needs to take some wickets, how are they going to get back in the game? That's the only way they can get back in this game.
Top edge, it's going to fall safe and run away to the boundary. Trego having some pace on the ball, rushed Smith, but eventually it worked in Smith's favour.
Previous one, the slower wide one, short ball, and this one straighter. He's got a bit of fortune along the way, Smith, but what he does do is commit 100% to the stroke. That more than likely takes some catching if he gets some contact with the bat.
Just a bit late on that shot, but still very effective. They're inching closer now. Oh, this is high. This is really a skyscraper. It's a huge one. It's taken. Eventually, Angelo Pereira, the fielder, he took it very, very low, but he held on to it, which was good.
Brilliant knock of Smith's comes to an end, and an extremely well judged catch. Trego, the man to pick up the wicket. A little bit of a cutter, and then an arse on it, no doubt about it. That's the highest one we've seen. Settled underneath it, safely pouched Pereira. No juggling at all. Smith, he's batted beautifully. 62 of 36, he has to go. Royals 117 for 2.
Middle up. Thank you.
Right, Anton Devsic, a left-hander. He's there because it was a very good catch by Angelo Pereira in the deep. As it was Dwayne Smith, I beg your pardon, was looking to blast it, got a lot of height. Then distance, Pereira pouched it. Quick single, very quick single. They want a second here, and they're running two here. This is brilliant work by Tillakaratne Dilshan. They were testing the fielders, the agility, the arm of the fielders, and eventually they did get the two.
Smith having a look, having a breather, getting something to drink. But this is Devsic off the mark, and Dilshan. He can hustle. There's no doubt about it. He hasn't lost that street smarts. Have a look there, and he nips back for a second. And maybe even a third, but that time was well backed up. Really great hustling there by Dilshan.
Last ball of the over. He's conceded 7 and got a wicket. Nicely punched. Can't beat the fielder. Dot to end it. Down to the last two. They need 16 of 12, the Punjab Royal. Right, those are the two worms. They've been hugging each other at different points, but if you look at the Royal, they've been looking to ascend. And they're now down to 16 of 12. Now that should not worry them too much, considering they got 8 wickets in hand. But let me tell you, John, this is a funny old game. You got Chaturanga De Silva coming on. He's bowled his 2 overs, taken 1 for 23. Straight away, Dilshan looking to charge. He will get a single.
It's a good idea, really, to try and finish soon as possible. The skipper, wonderfully well battered this evening. His first outing back on one of his favourite grounds in this beautiful country of Sri Lanka, Palakeli, and he's done it again. 50 of 36 with 8 boundaries.
And that strike rate is very good. Almost a 140, 138.9. Tillakaratne Dilshan strike rate. He's been busy. This is Devsic chipping the ball into a gap. So the first 2 balls, Chaturanga De Silva will be pleased because he's just conceded 2 singles. Now Tillakaratne Dilshan opened the batting. Was good at one end. He was not really looking to blast the bowling, but it was a crafted innings, but done in quick time of just 36 balls. He's on strike. 14 of 10. Top edge, top edge. Will this be taken? Oh, it is. And guess who it is? It is Trego. He could do nothing wrong here. And the big fish, Tillakaratne Dilshan, goes. Chaturanga De Silva, the bowler.
Trying to finish the game off before it gets to that last over. It's not a bad plan, but execution didn't work out on this occasion. Quite a full ball to try and pull away. Trego, look at luck, he had it covered and got away from him at the end. Very, very well held on to in the end. His arms hitting the ground and the ball didn't bounce out of the hands. Dilshan's innings has come to an end. Well played, 50 of 37. Wonderful knock. 121 for 3.
Coming through.
The former Australian all-rounder Cameron White, he's a powerful striker. Can hit the long ball. Now he needs to move quickly. 14 of 9. Chaturanga De Silva's first 3 deliveries, 2 singles, and the prize scalp of Dilshan.
Yes,
well bowled, very well bowled. A precious dot here.
He said he hasn't played too much cricket, so he hasn't had much time to have a look here, but experience counts for a huge amount in these sort of situations.
Not in control, only a single. Again, you could see that the ball appeared to get stuck in the pitch a little bit. Gripping, and Cameron White not having the pace. Just a single now. It is becoming a little bit anxious now for the Punjab Royal. They need 13 of 7, just 3 runs in the over.
Excellent from the Kings, though. They're fighting hard here. Victorious yesterday. They're in it still.
Will this be taken or will it clear? It does! That is a decisive hit by Devcich and good finish to the over. They will breathe a little bit better because now they need 7 of 6.
Oh, such a good over before this. An important boundary to finish. Flat batted over long on. Really a good strike, Devcich. He's only faced 4 balls, but he's made this last one really count and get his team within striking distance of an opening game victory.
No, I'm not.
Well, the Dubai Giants are here. Harbhajan Singh will be captaining the side. Tissara Pereira captained yesterday. That's the next game coming up against Colombo Lions, captained by Universal boss Chris Gale. In fact, he's not playing today. So it is going to be Yasir Shah who's captaining the side. But Universal boss Chris Gale is supposed to captain this team, the Colombo Lions. He's here. But he might show himself from the next game. But this is 7 of 6. It's Goni. Can he do the impossible? That is gone all the way for 6. What a start to the over. Cameron White starts off in style.
Hand on the hip, easy as you like. On his hip. And he just went with it. Fine leg up in the ring. It's a free shot. He had some bat on it and he got plenty of it. That now has knocked the wind out the sails of the Kings now. They thought they had a chance. 7 of 6. The equation gave them a chance, but now 1 run needed. They're going to have to bring the field up as Robin Uthappa brings up all the fielders in the ring now. The scores are level. 1 shot away here for Cameron White.
How decisive were the last 2 deliveries. This game has swung so much towards the Punjab Royal with those 2 sixers of the last 2 balls. Through cover, that's 4. That settles it. The Punjab Royal win with the 4 balls to spare and they win by 7 wickets. And Cameron White just made it look so easy. He's made 11 of 4 and 10 of those last 2 deliveries he faced.
First 2 balls he faced weren't the easiest. He didn't get anywhere near it, but the last 2, a 6 and a 4 to get the Punjab Royal home. 1 out of 1. What a wonderful start for them. They've batted superbly. A clinical performance from their top order. Brilliant from Smith and Dilshan. And then Devcich and White take them home with a partnership of 17 or 5 deliveries. Some handshakes around from the opposition. Rajasthan Kings now 1 win yesterday and now a loss. So Punjab Royals are finally winning by 7 wickets.
Quite a comprehensive win for the Punjab Royal. Well, the batting dominated, good partnerships, and eventually just making sure that they got over the line. That 2nd wicket partnership of 113 runs decisive between Smith and Dilshan. So very fine victory by the Punjab Royal, winning by 7 wickets, 138 for 3, in reply to the Rajasthan Kings, who made 134 for 8. So that is the result of this Legends Cricket Trophy game, match number 4. Season 2 Legends Cricket Trophy 2024, Season 2, match number 4, won quite comprehensively by the Punjab Royal by 7 wickets. So the formality is taking place. This is a good thing, isn't it, John? The two teams coming out and greeting each other, talking to the umpires, shaking them by their hands, and just it's a nice way to end a game.
Absolutely. You think when you retire, you're not going to see any of these players ever again. It's so wonderful to reconnect with old friends from all the corners around the world, and a lot of joy, a lot of good humor, and a wonderful spirit amongst all these teams so far. Really been wonderful to watch. This is how it unfolded. The top order really did fire. Oja gone early, caught it mid-on for 4. Thereafter, Smith and Dilshan really lit it up here with a brilliant partnership that got them to the brink. 50 from Dilshan, Smith 62, and then White with 11 and Devcich with 9 got them over the line comfortably in the end.
That second wicket partnership of 113 runs proving to be decisive in this game, with Dilshan and Smith getting together. With that partnership on, I'm afraid the Kings had absolutely little or no chance of getting into this game. Now that is the bowling figures. Goni went for 23 runs, going at 9.86. Chaturanga de Silva 7.25, but the rest of the bowling, they've been going at more than 10 and over.
So if you just tuning in, Rajasthan Kings 134 for 6. Uthappa, Traeger really set it up quite nicely. They got themselves into a great position. Now Punjab Royal getting home comfortably with a brilliant win. And we'll see you shortly.
Hello? Hello, hello.